not a fan whenever we have to fight the collectors. The collectors are a ass fight. God damn it, Garrus.
Firing a high impact shot.
Oh, remind me of fighting
And stay there. One less to worry about.
Thank you, whoever stole that kill. Alright. Do we have any ammo on here? Let's get going, Morden. Let's get going, Garrus. Let's freak out. Oh god. And there it was. I just saw it at the top, frickin' left. I love these puzzles. I'm just kidding, they frickin' bumblebees. They're after me, honey. Oh, fuck.
Collector ship disrupting communications.
We're on our own now.
To the left!
Just wanted to explore.
This should slow him down.
Those things look like the husks the Geth used on Eden Prime.
I thought the Geth got that technology from Sovereign.
Elusive Man was right. Collectors working with Reapers. Husks have human characteristics, possibly repurposed colonists.
No. The Geth impaled their victims on giant spikes to turn them into husks. But we haven't seen any. The collectors must have already had the husks. They want the colonists alive for something else.
The collectors must be experimenting on the colonists. What are they up to?
Maybe it's better not to know the details.
Find out for sure when you stop them.
The collectors aren't getting away with more victims. Let's move out.
Let's go.
Why does it sound like I'm walking on like a
All these empty buildings. It's unsettling.
kitchen floor or something?
No signs of resistance.
This doesn't
Must
sound
have
like
happened
dirt
quickly.
and grass I'm walking on. I know what walking
Heavy
on
weapon.
dirt and grass sounds like, because I've walked on it before. Oh wait, can't they shoot me out of this? Crap. Well, protect me, I guess. Oh wow, that's fast. Okay. There we go.
Firing a high impact shot.
Stop them somewhere. Go.
Just the thing to help.
Oh, yeah, that. Okay, never mind. Ah.
This should slow him down.
We got him. Check for goodies. Not seeing any goodies. Alright, false alarm. No goodies. Just a bunch of explosives.
Victim appears conscious, fully aware, trapped in stasis. Fascinating.
They've been like this a long time.
Up. Could've gone.
I am assuming direct control. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will. My attacks will tear you apart.
Oh, they won't.
Will no pain, Shepard. Just searching for goodies, don't mind me. Not all dead yet, are they? Wanna go up the staircase and get to go up. Hello, sir. Oh, god damn it. Really? Sorry while I break up the action for this. Ah, damn it, it was right to the left there. Whatever, we found another one. Anything else up here? No? Let's get back down there. She's so scared. Goddamn, right there in my face. Come on, Morden, come on. Garrus, there's more over here, apparently. Oh, I bet they're over there. Okay, why is that? Is the music broken? Okay. What's that? This is that. It's this. There we go. Man, just like the light.
Company, get out here, now!
You human? What are you doing out here? You lead them right here.
You had to hear them try to get in. Seems like it's hard to hide from the collectors.
Those things are collectors? You mean, they're real? I thought they were just made up, you know, propaganda to keep us in Alliance space. No, they got Lilith. I saw her go down. Sten, too. They got damn near everybody.
What's your name? What do you do here?
Name's Dewan. Mechanic. I came down to check on the main grid after we lost our comm signals. And I heard screaming. I looked outside and there were swarms of bugs. Everyone they touched just froze. I sealed the doors. Damn it, it's the Alliance's fault. They stationed that Chief Williams here and built those defense towers. It made us a target.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Chief Williams? Heard she was some kind of hero or something. Didn't mean nothing to me, though. Would rather she just stayed back in Council space.
Any idea what she was doing on Horizon?
Supposed to be helping us get the defense towers up and running. I got the feeling she was here for something else. Spying on us, maybe.
Tell me about the colony defense towers.
A gift from the Alliance. High-powered Guardian lasers. Supposed to keep hostile ships from landing near the colony. Had to build a massive underground generator just to give it enough juice. Only we couldn't get the targeting systems online. So the Alliance gave us a giant gun that couldn't shoot straight. Stupid sons of bitches.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Chief Williams? Didn't mean nothing to me, though. Would rather she just stayed back in Council.
Why do you think this is the Alliance's fault?
We're just a small colony. Nobody bothered us before we started building those damn defense towers and drew attention to ourselves. I left Council space to get away from the Alliance. Nothing good ever comes from getting mixed up with them.
The collectors are targeting remote colonies. The Alliance was trying to help.
I don't need their help. Too many strings attached. That rep said she was just here to get the towers online, but mark my words, there's more to it.
If you have defenses, we can use them against the collector ship.
You'd need to calibrate the targeting system first. It's never worked right.
Shouldn't be hard to
Well,
figure
I
out.
have just
need
the
the location.
guy for the
Head for the main
calibration.
transmitter on the other side of the colony. Pretty hard to miss. The targeting controls are at the base.
It's probably just better if you stay out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you. I'm not taking any chances. Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
But did I collect that? Copy. Okay. Alright. I'm outie.
To the right!
I will direct this personally.
Ah!
This hurts you.
Do the trick.
My attacks will tear you apart. Nothing stands against us.
Fucking hate those guys.
Firing a high impact shot.
There you go. Fucking hate Scions. Alright, let's look around for goodies. Here's one. Goodies, where are you? Out of my way. I feel like this mic keeps trying to get away from me.
It's odd we haven't run across more frozen colonists.
Colonists loaded onto ship. Collector's nearly finished here. Need to hurry.
The mic thinks I'm talking. Not you. M-I-C, not frickin' M-I-K-E. I'm M-I-C. Oh, whatever. I don't think there's anything else. Let's just go. Ta-da! Oh god, not this part. This part of the game. Yep, there's more scions. Oh my gosh, they already took out frickin' Morton. Destroy this guy, please.
Just looking to help.
I need ammo bad. Is there any ammo around here? Let's check the place before we activate that stupid thing. We took care of that easily and a lot of that because frick this part of the game. Frick any of the goddamn collector parts. I remember when I was doing Insanity difficulty. Mass Effect 2 is the hardest game, in my opinion, to do Insanity difficulty on. And the Collector, every time I ran into the Collectors, especially towards the end, and like parts like this, they were the absolute pain in the freaking ass to get through. Especially once that Harvester came out. I'm playing on normal right now. I would typically do an Insanity run, but I feel like I would live up to that title and become insane myself doing it, especially for 2. And I don't think I want to deal with that. I'm pretty sure you don't want to deal with my frustration. Unless that's something you want. I don't want it. I want to keep my sanity. Excuse me, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like...
Normandy, you copy?
Joker here. Signal's weak, Commander, but we got you.
EDI, can you get the
time
colony's
I
defense
try to
towers
talk,
online?
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
Collectors will respond with force to stop it.
We'll stop them. Easy enough.
Maybe not. Enemy reinforcements closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
What side are they coming from?
I will show you true power. We are the harbinger of your destiny. The dead are useless.
This isn't Destiny. Don't compare this game to Destiny. Game's better than Destiny. Oh, there goes Garrus. Great. They've fucking down Garrus already.
Turian, you are considered too primitive.
Bypassing failsafes and attempting emergency power-up. Please Please hold the defense tower.
Where the Harbinger? Somebody else. Garrus, I see your health going down. You might want to check on that.
Firing a high impact shot.
Garrus, you shot that into the wall, you banana. This is why I should be telling you where you use your abilities. Also, taking defense on that thing, I don't think that's a very good spot. I need more ammo. Frick.
Doubtful that enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
Sequential power-up initiated.
What side are they on?
Anti-ship batteries at 40%.
Reinforcements. It's nice to be noticed.
Never mind, I'm taking the cover there.
Shields are down.
We are the harbinger of your destiny.
God.
Concussive
My
shot
attacks
ready.
will tear you apart. Cannot resist.
Should do the trick.
I will find you again.
No, you won't.
Anti-ship batteries at 60%. Seeking targeting protocols to Normandy systems. Continue to protect the tower.
Garrus, what are you doing literally near where the enemies are mostly taking their cover? It's kind of stupid of you. Did any of them drop ammo? Check for ammo. Guys, with this grass, what's going on
Be
with
more
that?
soon.
Crap, you said this gonna be more so great. Oh, here comes the harvester. Yeah.
EDI, we need that system online.
Everything you got at it. Okay, you know what? I think this is a heavy weapon.
Anti-ship batteries at 100%. I have control.
Take laser beams back.
This should slow him down.
Though I couldn't say the same
don't let
for
him
the
get
harder
away.
difficulties.
There's nothing we can do. They're gone.
Half the colony's in there.
They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something!
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
More than most, Shepard.
Shepard? Wait. I know that name.
Thanks,
Sure,
Garrus.
I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, Captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a god, Delan, back from the dead.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
I thought you were dead, Commander. We all did.
It's been too long, Ash. How have you been?
That's it? You show up after 2 years and act like nothing's happened? I would have followed you anywhere, Commander. I thought you were gone. You were more than our commander. Why didn't you try to contact me? Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
I was out for 2 years. You've moved on with your career and your life. Why reopen old wounds?
I moved on. But here you are, pulling me back in. And now we've got reports about you and Cerberus.
Reports? You mean you already knew?
Alliance intel said Cerberus could be behind our missing colonies. We got a tip that this one could be the next to get hit. I went to Anderson, but he wouldn't talk. But there were rumors that you weren't dead. Worse, that you were working for the enemy.
Building the defense towers was just a cover story. The Alliance sent you here to investigate me, didn't they?
I was sent here to investigate Cerberus, not you. I wanted to believe you were alive. I just never expected anything like this. You've turned your back on everything we stood for.
This isn't about me working for Cerberus, Ash. Something far more important is at stake. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I'd like to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. And it worries me that you do. What did they do to you?
What the hell happened
What if they're
there?
behind
That
it?
you do.
What if they're the ones working with the Collectors?
Damn it, Williams. You're so focused on Cerberus that you're ignoring the real threat.
You're letting how you feel about their history get in the way of facts.
Or maybe you feel like you owe Cerberus because they saved you. Maybe it's you. Doesn't matter. I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. It's in my
She looks a
blood.
bit cross-eyed right now. What the hell
I'm
is
reporting
going
back
on?
to the Citadel. I'll let them
With her
decide if they believe your story.
I could use someone like you in my crew, Ash. It'll be just like old times.
No, it won't. I'm no fan of aliens, but Cerberus has a history of being extremist. I'll never work for a group like that. So long, Commander.
Wow, she
Good
just
luck.
outright says, I'm racist.
Joker, send the
You
shuttle
have
to pick us up.
Say you're no fan
had
of
enough of this
aliens right
colony.
in front of my alien broskies here. Frickin' Morgan Garrus, you're an asshole. Frick you. Frick you. Bro, if... Nowadays, like... Well, technically it shouldn't be nowadays, but there are sadly people who are actually racist. Sucks.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
I would argue that, like, back in the day, it was fear of something you didn't understand. Nowadays, we don't have that same luxury of argument. So, racism does not make any sense. Even then, it was something stupid. But in real life, what I'm trying to get at is if there were actually aliens and we were friends with them or we tried allying with them, whatever, though most likely we'd probably attack, being dumbasses we are. It'd end up like stuff like Independence Day and such. There'd still be some people who'd want to be friends. But I would never pass off the chance of meeting someone as cool as, like, for example, Garrus or Tali. Like, if they existed in real life, and they were part of some other alien race or something, I would never pass off the chance of wanting to meet somebody like that and have the chance of becoming friends with someone like that. That's something I've had in real life too, because I had a friend, African American friend, I was friends with since preschool. That's freaking crazy to me. Sadly, we don't talk anymore, and she had to move away, someone much further out. I even had a friend who moved back to his home, Puerto Rico. So
it's
I had
not
a lot
victory.
of friends that sadly
We interrupted
had
the
to move
collectors,
on.
but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an
A lot of my
entire colony,
friends sadly
and
had to
more than
move.
we've accomplished since the abductions began. The collectors
I
will
would
be
never
more
give
careful
it the chance
now,
if I knew
but I
was
think we
gonna
can
meet
find another
somebody
way to
who
lure them
was
in.
going to be one of the most interesting people in my life and one of the best friends in my life.
We have to make sure they don't abduct anyone
Like,
else.
there's
I
a
want
whole
the collectors
saying,
stopped
don't
for
judge a
that
book by
very
its
reason.
cover, for a
That's
reason.
why we're doing this, Shepard. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way
That
through
is
the
quite a
Omega-4
strong
relay.
saying.
We have to hit them where they live.
So
Your team will need to be strong.
honestly,
as will their
ironically,
resolve.
I don't like
There's no
people
looking
like
back.
Synthetic Man, for
The
example.
same goes
That
for you.
guy's just a
Can I
loon.
assume you've put your past relationships
Originally, he was a YouTuber that actually, like any other YouTuber, did these great frickin' videos talking about what he didn't like, what he did like about games. It was just the typical stuff that you would hear when you're talking about pros and cons of a video game. But then he had to frickin' throw all this other crap in there, and he became what I like to call insane. I wouldn't doubt it if he was wearing a straitjacket years from now. Though he's probably never gonna be, like, frickin' outed like that, of course. He's got frickin' loyal fans as hell.
None of your damn business.
If it affects the mission,
But,
better you should leave it behind.
I always hate fandoms
Shepard,
that get
once you find a way
deep
through the
into
Omega-4 relay to the
fan
collector
base to the
homeworld,
point that it's almost
there's no
like a
guarantee
cult or
you'll
something.
return. To have any hope of
Something
surviving,
ridiculous like
you
that. That's
and
where
your
I
entire
draw the
team
line on that
must
stuff.
be fully committed
I think
to
it
this.
just goes too far. So I hope that I never have like a fan base that's that too into like what I do and stuff. I would never want that. I would want us to just be chill people hanging out with one
Let me
another.
worry about them. You just find us a way to the collector homeworld.
Or interacting with
I
one
just want to
another
be
in whatever
upfront
way,
about your
shape, or
odds.
form.
You'll need everyone at their best.
As long as it doesn't go
I've
too
forwarded
far.
3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I
Please,
find a way
never
through the
frickin'
relay.
go too far,
And be
like
careful, Shepard.
frickin'
The collectors
cultists.
will be watching you.
Blech. So on and so forth. Goddamn. You can't always stop that kind of behavior.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay.
You always
Take
think
the
you can
fight to the
control
collectors in
everything,
person. Looking forward to the action.
Control isn't
After
exactly
seeing what
what
those
I'm looking
bastards
for.
did on
I'm
Horizon,
looking
though,
for a better environment
makes you think.
to create. Or have, at least.
They're powerful, but we've got a few tricks for them. If anyone can stop them, we can.
No argument there, Commander. Horizon just made it hit home. What we're doing, what we're up against. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business.
Okay.
I imagine everyone else is too. Getting some closure, you know?
I mean, Jacob would be fine if he wasn't written so terribly. I remember seeing a video talking about how Jacob's character is like a racist stereotype as well. I don't know about that, like how far that actually goes, but like, if that's true, then that's just pushing it too far, even for frickin' BioWare. Okay. Oh, there we go. Leave these. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, there's nothing else I can write. This just shows you. Alright.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ. Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
Oh god. What is this?
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
Oh god, this...
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground at a Batarian outpost in Aratan. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
Right. Oh, I should change my armor. Alright, so... let's see, this increases health. Let's increase health, why not? And no shoulder guards, we got gauntlets apparently. Okay, ammo capacity. Oh, ammo capacity sounds good. Shield strength. I want more shield strength. Okay. What helmets do again? Let's increase health. Also increases health. Shot damage, increase shield strength. Power damage. Okay. Technically, I would go with this. Now, does it save that? Those settings? It looks like it, yeah. Okay. I kind of want to go with one of these armor sets. So... 10%. Oh, that increases my health quite a bit. Shields. Alright, we're gonna go with the Dragon Age armor. Wait, what am I wearing? What the hell? Wait a minute. This isn't the casual wear I had. What the hell? Why am I wearing this? Give me back this. What is this? I remember having this. Oh, is it because of that one mission I had to wear it? With, yeah. I want this. This looks cool. I like the leather jacket. Alright. Now, is it loyalty missions or are we recruiting? What are we doing? Can't remember what order this is going to go in.
Jacob wants to speak with you, Commander.
Oh, God damn it. It's loyalty missions. At least some of them. Yes, Jacob, what do you want?
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
The Yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
I think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the Elusive Man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am, and as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
Okay. Anybody else?
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Okay. I'll be there. Hello, Miranda.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
My father was extremely wealthy. He wanted the ideal daughter, and he paid a great deal to genetically tailor me. When I learned that my father was more interested in controlling a dynasty than raising a daughter, I left.
How did your father take that?
He was less than pleased. Several of his security guards were injured in the process. He knows not to come after me. But this isn't about me. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
So you think your father has tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Does your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
Okay. What are you looking at, Shepard? Why were you looking at the floor? Anybody else, Kelly? Huh? Huh? Kelly? Anyone else? No? I got a new follower. I couldn't see the name. Anybody else? Huh? 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 No? Maybe check. Orbit. Aha! Tally. Jacob. A bunch of stuff. Justicar. Assassin. Okay. Citizen. Okay. Let's go recruit our girl. Why would we not? It's freaking Tally. It's Tally. Talahi. Talahi. Talaha. Talahi. Talaha. I surrender you money,
Shepard, our data indicates that Tally is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable Geth activity and an environmental hazard. Solar output has overwhelmed Haystrom's protective magnetosphere. Exposure to direct sunlight will damage your shields.
Alright. Dragon Age. I'm burning. Help.
I'm having serious issues with my
I'm
shield.
burning again.
So we'll fight for the shade,
this is gonna be
but
the
no
summer.
hiding.
That's how hot it is gonna be in this next summer coming up, or this summer. That's all it is. It's gonna be that freaking hot.
Anyone who gets this, find Talizora. She and that data are old advisors. Kill us alive.
Sakai.
Incoming dropship. No shield. One less to worry about.
Is he dead over there? He's dead. How did I not kill this? There we go.
Worthless.
like there's goodies up there. Garrus, I'm assuming Garrus did that. I don't think there was anything up here. Maybe no.
Light him up.
Hey, I can see, you know. Thing this guy can't.
This should slow him down.
You're yelling in front of your squad.
This is Commander Shepard of the Normandy. Can we provide assistance?
Patch your radio into channel 617 Theta. We were on a stealth mission, high risk. We found what we were after. The Geth found us. They've got us pinned down. Can't get to our ship. Can't transmit data through the solar radiation.
What's the status of your team? How many of you are left?
We were a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
What brought you this deep into Geth-controlled space?
You're asking the wrong person, Shepard. I just point and shoot. Something about the sun. It's going bad faster than it should. Some kind of energy problem.
Any idea where the Geth came from?
One of their patrol ships found us. Dropships started raining Geth down on our heads before we could get off-world. Systems under Geth control. We knew they made planetary sweeps periodically. We hoped going low emissions would hide us.
Do we have to worry about the Geth sending in reinforcements?
I don't think so. Their patrol ship hasn't lifted off again. The radiation blocks all off-world communication.
How are you holding up? We can be there in a few minutes.
Take it slow and careful. Direct sunlight fries your shields all to hell. We're bunkered down at base camp across the valley. I left Tali'Zorah at a secure shelter, then doubled back to hold the choke point. Getting Tali out safely is our top priority. If you can extract her, we'll keep them off you.
You've got confirmation that the Geth haven't reached Tali yet?
Affirmative. Left my best men with her. When you get here, you can talk to her on the comm.
Why are you wiping your helmet?
Protect Tali'Zorah. As long as one of us is still drawing air, she'll be safe.
Hold position. We'll hit their back ranks.
Wait! Watch your ass! We got a dropship coming in. them to clear a path.
Shepard, I have scanned the area and located the demolition charges the Quarry Commander mentioned.
Put it on my radar.
Done. You will need both sensors.
Oh god, we got a
Charges to clear the rubble.
Death Hunter coming up.
I'll put them down.
Okay, never mind. Second kill. See how I feel about it. Grab some ammo.
Enemies on our right!
Quick!
Scratch one!
Pick up whatever ammo you can get. Get out of my way. Oh god, that's a gas time.
One less to worry about.
It's down this way. Nothing. Just a med kit, really. blow this up. Oh, there's something right here. What is this? Iridium.
Send it to the sky. We might want to move.
Get away from it, guys. Crawling away. Don't let him live.
Quarian architecture. There's two words you don't expect to hear together.
Why do we care? Anyone choosing to come here should be on their own.
Tali's order to base camp. Come in base camp.
Hold on, Tali. Just looking for goodies.
We can use this.
Tali's order to base camp. Come in base camp. Hello? Is anyone there?
Tali, it's Shepard. I'm sorry. Everyone here is dead. Any survivors must have fallen back.
We knew this mission was high risk. Damn it. And what are you doing here, Shepard? We're in the middle of Geth space.
I was in the neighborhood. I thought you might need a hand.
Thanks for coming, Shepard. It means a lot to hear your voice. Call Rieger and what's left of the Marines got me into the observatory. From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got the data I needed and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of Geth outside.
What's this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's aging faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer Geth shooting at us.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them firing at the Geth outside.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the Geth and the console is damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you can to keep Rieger alive.
Okay.
We've been spotted.
Machine cowards! The drones can hide!
Okay, calm down. Run.
Scratch one!
That's another Geth arm, great. Get the heavy firepower! Sticky chopper! Yeah! Got it. Got it.
One more. One more.
Holy crap. Oh. Heavy weapons needed again. sorry, Getham is Prime, not... Go. Money. Money.
Colossus! Get down!
That's not Colossus, X-Men.
This is why I follow you, Shepard. Big things.
Oh, frick.
Over here! Get to cover!
Squad Leader Cal Rieger, Migrant Fleet Marines. We talked on the radio before that dropship arrived. I still got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky. Tally's inside over there. Jeff killed the rest of my squad, and they're trying to get to her. Best I've been able to do is draw their attention.
Are you sure she's still alive?
The observatory is reinforced. Even the Geth will need time to get through it. And it's hard to hack a door when someone's firing rockets at you. The Geth are near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself. I can't get a clear shot while it's down like that. I tried to move in closer, and one of the bastards punched a shot clean through my suit.
How bad is your suit damage?
Combat SEALs clamp down to isolate contamination, and I'm swimming in antibiotics. The Geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
What can you tell me about the battlefield?
Right side's got a catwalk with a sniper perch. You could wreak some havoc from there. None of my men made it past the Geth. Middle's got cover, but the damn Colossus has a clear shot at you the whole time, and you've got Geth coming in from both sides. The left gives you some cover from the Colossus, but your ass is hanging out for the Geth. That's how I got shot.
Any ideas on how to deal with the Colossus?
Standard protocol with armature-class units is to sabotage the shields and whittle it down, you know? Kill it with bug bites. But the repair protocol blows that plan to hell. You try to wear it down, it just huddles up and fixes itself. So whatever we do has to scrap that bastard fast. Probably means getting up close, past that cover.
We need to get to Tally. Got any ideas?
Just one! I'm not moving so well, but I can still pull a trigger, and I got a rocket launcher that the sun hasn't fried yet. You move in close. I'll keep the Colossus busy, maybe even drop its shields. With luck, you'll be able to finish it off.
You've done enough, Rieger. You don't need to throw your life away.
Wasn't asking your permission. My job is to keep Tally safe.
We don't have enough people on our side for you to take one for the team. Stand down!
I'm not gonna stand there while you run into enemy fire. They killed my whole squad.
And if you want to honor your squad, watch my back. I need you here in case they bring reinforcements.
All right, Shepard. We'll do it your way. Hit him for me. Kilos alive.
Time to fight. On the ground, now! Ah! One more!
getting shot from Got him.
I'll put them down.
Just a second. I locked the door to keep more Geth from getting inside. There, that should do it.
We're in.
Just let me finish this download.
Any other goods in here other than you? Bow wow, chick bow wow.
Thank you, Shepard. If not for you, I would never have made it out of this room.
Shepard, you're facing the wrong
This
way.
whole mission has been a
facing the wall.
disaster. I wish I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress, but I couldn't let anyone take my place on something this risky.
Shepard, you're facing the wall. What happened to
A lot of
Shepard?
Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call.
Come on.
The Admiralty
hell
Board
was this?
believes the information here was worth sacrificing
Stop
all our
facing
lives
the
for.
right way.
I have to believe that they know what's best.
There we go. What the frick?
I didn't ask what some admiral thought. I asked what you thought.
A lot of people died here.
You did
Some
the
of them were my
Spider-Man point.
friends. All of them were good at their jobs. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
What can you tell me about your research here?
Haystrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase. But Haystrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
Whatever the reason, I'm glad I could help. Once you deliver that data, I could use you on the Normandy.
I promised to see this mission through. I did. I can leave with you and send the data to the fleet. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell. I just watched the rest of my team die.
Maybe not the whole rest of your team, ma'am.
Rieger, you made it.
Your old captain's as good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
If need be, the Normandy can get you out of here, Rieger.
The Geth didn't damage our ship. As long as we get out of here before reinforcements show up, we'll be fine.
Actually, I won't be going with you. I'm joining Commander Shepard.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty Board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what?
Cerberus saw footage of you in action, Talizora. We're looking forward to having you on the team. Your engineering expertise will really benefit the mission.
I don't know who you are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
That's why you're here, Tali. I need people who aren't Cerberus. People I can trust.
I wasn't part of what happened to the migrant fleet, but I understand your distrust. I hope we'll get past that as we work together.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
If it helps, check out the Normandy while you're here. We've gotten a few upgrades.
I'll get Tali'Zorah the necessary security clearance to access our systems.
Please do. I can't be part of your team if I don't know how the ship works. I'll be in engineering if you need me.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to EDI, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
She didn't take that very kindly, Jacob. See, that's what Tali thinks of AI today. Take that reaction for AI art and crap.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Is there anything else, Kelly? Alright, let's see. We got help Jacob, Miranda, intel. Let's do. I hate that mission. Let's help Jacob. God. Help Jacob's over there. Oh, we don't have enough fuel reserves.
I have detected an anomaly.
Trevor, this is Travis. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW.
Rogue
So
launched.
get a bunch of Element Zero
Something
down.
on our sensors.
We're taking Tali with us. Oh, I can change her outfit. Sweet. I think I want her to be in her original uniform, but whatever. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Tali got on it. Shotgun, in my opinion, is the better one. Yeah, stick with that, I guess.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be... useful technology or information still inside.
Looking good, Tali. Nice ass. I mean, nothing.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level.
What is this, Sodan?
I'm hoping the man has it in him.
Go back to System Shock, you bitch.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Looks like it's been here a while.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback, activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
My father had a working beacon but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
After 10 years, it must have.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. the Hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will...
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the Liar! He will not escape!
We've been spotted.
Ah!
What, Tali? Maybe...
Switch up! On target!
Got him! Get him more money. Oh, Tali! Immediately she goes down after Rieger tells us to take care of her.
Have a nice trip!
One down. These people didn't have neural decay. They're crazy.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong. Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the Beach Group. I need answers.
These people seem calm, but they're part of the same group as the ones that attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
That's possible, but the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing. He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands.
He's gunning down his own crew to keep control? That's horrible.
Well, that would make them...
Please, here. You could end it. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
It wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Okay. Run away! Run away! Run away! There we go.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
God damn it, it's really him. He's covering his ass.
Get ready to fight.
Systems losing power.
Careful. I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent. They keep attacking. I had no choice.
He had plenty of choices. Like to blame victims.
Combat drone ready.
You're done! Stop. Attention right!
Backup systems engaged. System failing. System damage. System damage.
Keep them busy. Distracted, but it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun. Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Dagger, that helps.
One down.
Detect backup systems engaged.
No shields.
It took years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father. Combat drone!
Like what?
enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Yeet. Finally, that mission's out of the way. Now we can focus on the characters I actually care about. sucks how they
ships are
broke.
inbound to secure
Jacob
Captain
had
Taylor and
most
his
part.
crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
Some of the
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a
remaster
time
of these
when it mattered
games
to
or
you.
whatever is
Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise.
like has some problems.
I
again
keep
there.
my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security
Moment where he was
protocol in
facing the
private.
goddamn wall, and
Shepard,
then like
Jacob.
all the weird delays and like conversation here and there.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Now get the frick out of here. Alright, let's see what Kelly has to say. Who else needs stuff? Huh? Kelly? Huh? Nothing?
Commander, Morden requests to see you.
God damn it. Of course, Morden requests to see me. Let's go see Morden. Hold on a sec. Let's see if there's anything I can upgrade. Nope, nothing.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember my work? Studying the genophage?
I remember.
Didn't tell you full story. Discovered that Krogan population was growing too quickly. Overcoming genophage. Had to take steps. Personally led a team, created new version of genophage, released it onto Chunka, other colonies, restabilized Krogan population.
What time is it right now?
The first genophage was a mistake bordering on a war crime. How the hell could you do it again?
Exactly the reaction feared. In small numbers, Krogan sympathetic. Tragic. Galactic regret for deployment of genophage. But in large numbers, expansion, aggression, war. Krogan too dangerous. Had to stop them. First genophage was necessary. Cultural fragmentation made modified genophage even more necessary.
Get to the point.
Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
Wow.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him safe. Malin last seen outside Erdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Blood Pack. Talk to them or clan chief.
Anything else, Kelly?
Jack would like to talk with you, Commander.
For fuck's sake. Frick Jack. God damn it. gonna save Jack's loyalty mission for last. As well as, like, when we get Legion. This gets saved last as well. Wanna see me, Jack?
Tight little group you got here. And a pretty nice ship. You'd be rich if you took to piracy, but you wouldn't. I can't figure you, Shepard. Doesn't matter. I've got to talk to you about something.
I'd like to ask you a few things.
Later. I have to talk to you now. I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the Elusive Man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some super biotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
You love the power they gave you.
They never gave me a choice.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm gonna talk to the Elusive Man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
Attacking our allies is gonna derail our mission. Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years. They going to care if I blow up a garbage dump?
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
Tell her that we're not doing her mission right away. We're going to do it, save it for last. I need more fucking hair.
No messages for you, Commander.
Whatever. Nothing? Really? I'll just ask you then.
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing. The report mentioned that Ashley Williams was there. How did that go?
It was good to see her.
Do you have strong feelings for her?
Ashley's an incredible woman. I didn't like saying goodbye.
I'm sorry. Parting ways with someone so close is never easy.
I appreciate that, but I'll be okay.
Anyway, How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Nobody needs help. Let's ask.
I've got an appointment with Sha'ira in 3 months. I can't wait.
We're flying into the eye of the storm, and you're thinking about something.
Hey, Commander. It's, pretty crazy the people you can run into out here, huh? I mean, it was probably a setup or something, but it was still good to see Ash. Operations Chief Williams, wasn't it?
She moved on. I can't blame her.
She was frontline with you blowing up half the Citadel, and I'm the one who gets roped back into saving the galaxy? But did somebody switch our files?
You're the force that pulls it all together, Joker.
Yeah, it sucks, I'll give you that.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Shh.
Joker?
I can tell when it's listening.
I am always listening, Mr. Moreau.
I know.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. Well, I always liked Tali, so let's just move on. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay. You're not gonna take my girl, though. Plus you get Edie in the next game. Alright, let's see. No, we're not doing Help Jack. Help Morton. Said land. Stupid button. Tachanka. Here we come, Tachanka. We are bringing Morden, my boy. And we are bringing Grunt, my other boy. I'm bored. Made it to Tachanka.
Watch it, human.
Shut up.
Stop right there, alien. You're Shepard of the Normandy.
Yes.
The clan leader wants to speak with you. Keep your pet on a leash. Clanless Krogan are usually killed on the borders.
Ted.
Someday we'll get off this rock and show those Turians who's boss.
Erdnot clan reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief Scout.
Good. Talk to Scout then. Or Chief. Either one acceptable.
Were you around when the female switched? Looks like Urs finally found someone to follow around. Greetings, human. My name is Ratch. Have a look at what I've got.
Everyone I talk to hates that aliens are an Urdnot. Except you.
I don't have the luxury of turning away paying customers. I do enough business off-world to know that you aliens have more credits than people here do.
What do you have in stock?
Most of it's food and drink that's toxic to humans. Rincall's a local favorite. Don't try to act tough, it'll tear your insides apart.
He's not joking. Rincall hits aliens like ground glass.
Otherwise, I've got weapons, scrap, and whatever food those pie jocks don't steal, which isn't much. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
What the hell is a pie jack?
Off-world vermin. Humans say they're like monkeys. They come
Love
in
the
and steal
trilogy.
Food, Rincall, whatever they can get their talons on. We started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
I'm a good shot. Maybe I can help out with the pie jacks.
Feel free. You can use the console out there to control the guns. Make a dent in the pie jock population, and you get a discount. Good luck with that.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
He said the line.
I play as Femme Shepherd.
I do too, but I'm playing male Shepherd right now. Because I already did a playthrough with Femme Shep. Should do another one in the future. But since I'm playing Mass Effect now, don't want to wear Mass Effect down too much for the channel. Hold on. So, I think I can afford most of this stuff. I don't really need. This is the most expensive though. I need a discount. There we go. Alright. I'll say.
One of the children, 25 years
I don't really want to shoot the
Did you like Andromeda? The only thing I hated were the puzzles.
I don't like the puzzles either. I don't like Andromeda though. I have a lot of problems with Andromeda. I think its sense of danger and scale is weak. There's the illusion of choice. There's no actual choices in the frickin' game.
What do you want, human? Rex told me to be polite.
None of your comrades,
you
none
were
of your
going to talk
companions,
to
even
me.
if you don't do their loyalty missions, are in danger of being, like, killed off in any frickin' horrific or not horrific way, whatever you want to say. There's just no sense of danger pretty much at all. Anybody who does die off in the story is somebody you don't give a crap about or barely know.
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack
The
captured him
sense
and
of
he was
danger
last
is
seen
very
around
weak
here.
in that game. It's going to be hard to live up to the Reapers, but even if you compare
Is
the
there a new
first,
Mass Effect in the works, or is it rumor?
Then Clan Weirlock has
there's supposed to be.
sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never
But
reported
just
back.
like with Elder
Guess they
Scrolls
got him
6,
too.
we don't know
Chief told me to give you
frick
one of
that's
the
gonna
trucks.
happen.
Just follow the highway to
It's got the
Weirlock's
same
base. If you got the quads to deal
stuff
with him in the
going on,
Blood Pack.
same vibe as Elder Scrolls 6, where it's like, when the frick are you going to show more stuff on it? When is there going to be another trailer at like some E3 event or whatever? Or not E3, but you know what I mean.
What can you tell me about Clan Weirlock's base?
Last I heard, the clan was holed up in an old hospital. I haven't seen it though. I've only seen Clan
What else do
Weirlock
I
from
have?
a distance.
If you
I'd
look
gotten
at the
closer,
character
I'd have
models
taken
too,
a
of like
shot.
Turians,
You get
Krogans and
inside,
stuff,
though, bring a
in
big
Andromeda,
gun.
there's some,
Weirlock's
they
base
look
is
like
crawling
clay
with
as well as
Blood
there's just not very good detail on them. They look frickin' hideous for some reason. The only characters that are
That
put
doesn't sound
detail
too
in is
defensible.
your own
Why'd
squad
they hole up
mates.
there?
Because they're your
Any
squad
hospital
mates.
on Tuchanka has
I never
to be
liked
built
the
well
new
enough to
races. They
withstand
also
a bunch
repeat
of enraged
the
Krogan. When an injury
plot
forces us to
twist,
switch over to
technically,
secondary
where
organs,
Aspect 2
things
had
get
like
messy.
found out that the
Higher thought
collectors
processes
are,
don't always
spoiler,
transition
anybody who has
properly.
played Mass
Blood
Effect,
rage,
find out
they
the
call
collectors
it.
are the Protheans. They did the same thing where it's like, the Ket are the Angarians. It's like, it's so stupid. You're repeating the same goddamn plot twist.
What's Clan Werlock's reputation, and how are they
It's
involved
not as
in the
impactful. The only part of
Tough
that
hunts.
worked is that
They're not
one
friendly like we are.
character, I can't remember the name of them,
You ever run into the
siding with you
Bloodback?
in the
Mercenary gang. Clan
You can have
Werlock
them
started
side
it.
with you
One of the only gangs with an
interesting
off-world
intel
presence.
or whatever.
They're
That's
fanatics.
the only good part
totally
of that. Other
devoted
than
to
that,
Werlock
like,
Gold.
the
Whatever
only
they
decent
did with your
comrades.
Solarian,
I didn't originally
Gold's
like
behind
Drac,
it.
but Drac's okay. Drac's not as bad as I remember him being. And then I just remember
The only
Drac
character I like in Andromeda was Asuvi. She seemed interesting and her voice was hot, lol.
Edie was better. Also, the main characters are just not very interesting compared to Shepard. Femme and male Shep are just much more interesting characters, better demonstrated character development, so on and so forth.
Thanks for the information.
Anything that gets rid of the damn off-worlders. You can take the truck over there. You need anything else?
Talk to you later.
Eyes straight ahead.
Let's talk to the boy.
This is the great Krogan homeworld. This is the land of Kredok, Shiagar, and Vio. This chunk of rock is barely worth standing on. Never thought I'd miss the tank.
Let's see our boy.
You must wait till the clan leader summons you. He is in talks.
You know what tradition demands. Clan Urdnot must respond. Your reforms will not go unopposed. You risk appearing weak at a critical time.
Shepard.
Good enough.
It plays the original Mass Effect.
Excuse me.
Out of my... Shepard. My friend. You look well for dead, Shepard.
I always thought of Drac
I know
as
the
just
boy couldn't
another
hold you.
Krogan. As another typical, like, he's the tough guy of your squad kind of thing.
Looks like helping me destroy Saren and the Geth has worked out for you. Glad we didn't have to kill each other on Vermeer.
You made the rise of Urdnot possible. Vermeer was a turning point for the Krogan, though not everyone was happy about it. Destroying Saren's genophage cure freed us from his manipulation. I used that to spur the clans to unify under Urdnot.
You abandoned many traditions to get your way. Dangerous.
Headbutt him.
Speak when spoken to, Uvenk. I'll drag your clan to glory whether it likes it or not. Now, Shepard, what brings you here? How's the Normandy?
Destroyed in a Collector surprise attack. I ended up spaced.
Well, you look good. Ah, the benefits of a redundant nervous system.
Yeah, humans don't have that.
Oh, it must have been painful then. But you're standing here, and you've got a strong new ship. Takes me back to the old days. Us against the unknown, killing it with big guns. Good times.
The only decent character is
Sounds like you've got big changes ahead
from,
for the Krogan.
There's also
We are making
Vetra.
a
I do
neutral
like Vetra,
ground
though a
where
lot of
all
people
clans
call
are
her
welcome.
female
Fertile
Garrus.
females
And
can be
then,
shared among clans. We will
Jarl's
strengthen the
alright.
race as a whole.
He's a well-designed character. You can tell
threaten
once
everything
again
that makes
because
us
he's
strong.
squad mate. They actually put
It will
detail
not
into
last.
him, but none of the rest of his race. The
Until
rest of
then,
his
you're
race is
lucky to be a
freaking
part
ugly.
of it.
Like, look like Play-Doh.
How do you maintain security with so many different clans in one
It's
place?
not as interesting, like,
Any clan willing to
lore,
send in hostages
details,
can come in.
politics,
No fighting
whatever, and
inside the camp.
the
Each
universe of
clan
Mass Effect
punishes
Andromeda.
its own criminals.
Also, I remember when I was
Stop
having a
conflicts before anyone
discussion
dies.
with somebody
Then
and
we
they
present
tried
a
to
simple
argue,
choice.
what if you look
Pay
at
a fine
Andromeda
and deal
not
with your
as a Mass
problems.
Effect game? That's a problem. First off, you got the races from Mass Effect in that game. Second, you got a lot of the lore and the technology. You got there's a bunch of things from that carry over from Mass Effect into that, as well as like those brief moments where you get to hear from some of the other characters from the previous games. But besides that, I can't look at it for two other reasons. One, Mass Effect's literally in the goddamn title. Two, it's BioWare, and we know what BioWare is known for. If I have to add something else, I talked about this before, but I thought that Mass Effect Andromeda is kind of the branching point for why other games by BioWare at that time became as freaking awful as they did. I could see an argument for Dragon Age Inquisition, but not really. I think that game's good. Good enough. It's better than 2. Dragon Age 2. And way better than Veilguard. But with the terrible writing and such of Andromeda that you can see go later into Veilguard, just turned up even worse than Andromeda. But you can see that Andromeda's writing influenced later BioWare properties. And not only that, but you can see the gameplay within Andromeda is also the same.
To me, Andromeda tried to hard and failed.
That Anthem made. Yeah. It was a very glitchy game. I had a lot of T-posing enemies. I fell through the world a lot in that game. I can at least say the vehicle is better. But when you got Ubisoft-like worlds where you had the collectathon crap and all that, I saw that same thing in Dragon Age Inquisition, but like it was at the maximum. Imagine you have multiple planets instead of just one open world of Ubisoft collectathon stuff. Frickin' nightmare.
That doesn't sound very harsh by Krogan standards.
Allies from other clans like what I'm doing. They help deal with skeptics. Many are eager for an outlet. Every time I've declared a clan unwelcome,
I heard a rumor Shepard might be back in the Lumi game.
That's what they're hinting to.
How do you maintain security with so many different
I always
clans
thought Shepard was going to be back anyways. They had that. If they're keeping the one end, it's hard to say because there's one ending that might be canon, but it's weird if it's canon because technically those games go off of like
then we present a simple
what your previous
choice.
save was.
Stay fine and deal with your problems.
But there is an ending
clan
where
is no
Shepard
longer
can be
welcome.
seen breathing again in Mass Effect 3.
What's so important about maintaining individual clans?
Every clan has different customs, rites of passage, rules of behavior, battle
I can
songs,
see that they wanted to make
unique.
Andromeda
That
like
diversity
its
makes
own
us great.
thing off, a spin-off
clan,
from
not
the
even
rest of
mine,
them because you
was
can't
meant
really
to survive
live
on
up
its
Cool
own.
armor, by the way.
previous games. Thank you. I do love the Dragon Age armor. And then, if I have one other, I think the villain is really weak in Andromeda. You find out the villain isn't even like the leader of the Ket. He's like some other lower down dumbass. And it's like, I call him Onion Ring Head, but he's just pathetic by the end of the day. He's got a decent design, but I think the Ket are just ugly in general, their design. Another thing, whenever people approach me about like, oh, the gameplay is really solid, it is solid in Mass Effect Andromeda, but here's two things that you can think about. One, your gameplay is only as good as what you're using it for. If the rest of the game isn't complementing the gameplay mechanics, and that also includes like the dialogue system, and we already know that sucks. It's so babyish. It's like hold your hand dialogue. It has a little, it does the same thing that some other BioWare games at the time were doing. I think Inquisition kind of did that, but Inquisition made up for it by having good writing, good romanceable partners and such, and good story, or decent story. But Andromeda, not so much. Like, this is a series that banks off of like one of the most awesome like stories and characters in like video game history. It's I love these characters. This is one of my #1 favorite game series of all time. I love the Mass Effect series, but Andromeda just is such a disappointment in all of those regards. And because I don't think the gameplay also holds up quite as strongly, not only was it used later for Anthem, but because the things you're using that gameplay towards aren't quite as fun. Like, I find the enemy AI is really bad, the enemy variety is lackluster, I find the enemies themselves aren't very fun to fight. I just don't think any part of it works. It's not a good RPG, and it's not a good combat game. It just weaken all those. I can see that better in another game with better variety enemies and AI, but it just was not.
I hope that works well for your people. But back to the reason I'm here.
We don't often allow aliens to do business on Tuchanka, but you're an exception.
I'm looking for a Solarian. He was captured by the Blood Pack and brought here.
My scout commander can direct you. He's probably near the perimeter running target practice. Don't take too much of his time. I need a constant watch on the other clans.
I'm looking for a Solarian.
My scout commander.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked on that.
I need a constant watch on.
Sounds like you've got big changes.
We're making a neutral mission.
Sounds ambitious. How's it gone so far?
Better than I'd feared. Worse than I'd hoped.
Sorry about that.
It can't continue. You are going against what makes us strong.
I want to make a video sometime soon talking about my...
What do the women of Planet not think about this plan?
I've talked about my favorite games. I want to talk about my
romance is Liara, sometimes Miranda or
the neutral
nobody.
area is safe, and it encourages more female clans
I have
to
to
ally
actually
with
read
us.
that one. Hold on a second.
Attacks on Urdnot now
only heard
endanger
half
the
of that one.
females of all clans.
Something about
Even clans that want to see me
hold on.
dead will defend Clan Urdnot.
These guys talk while I look at that. Oh, okay, now they're done talking. God damn it. I have to take my glasses off every time I want to freaking... Let's see. What have I not asked?
What's so important about maintaining individual clans?
Every clan has different customs, rites of passage, rules of behavior, battle songs, all unique. That diversity makes us great. No clan, not even mine, was meant to survive on its own.
Go back into it. I think that I asked
Sounds ambitious. How's it gone so far?
Better than I'd feared.
It can't continue. You are going against what makes us strong.
I need to go. We'll go over this another time.
I should go.
Watch yourself, Shepard. Tuchanka isn't safe and homey like Theros and Ilos.
Indeed. Alright. Let's go talk to this truck mechanic.
Give me a reason. Don't touch anything.
Oh wait, there's a guy back here as well. I don't want to get stuck on.
Who are you?
I am Fortak, Lord High Researcher in matters scientific for Clan Urdnot. I don't have time to answer your inane questions.
I just see a blank screen right now on my freaking YouTube page here. That sucks.
I won't take up much of your valuable time.
My work is very important, human.
Of course it is. I'm just curious. I'd heard a lot about the genius of Krogan's science.
Oh, finally, someone understands. I swear I am among brainless pyjacks here, toiling among savages. I am the Lord High Researcher.
You must be working on something important.
I was building the biggest, best offensive ordnance yet. A real ground pounder. But the new clan leader wastes my time with frivolous research. Crop genetics, medicinal improvements. We can buy that stuff from the Solarians.
Solarians created genophage.
My computer is...
Still trust them with medicines
still
and agriculture?
helping with my computer.
Yeah, what else can the Solarians do to us at this point? It's not like they can make us even more infernal.
Over time.
Actually, wait, forget I said anything.
You're helping out with that.
I take it you're a scientist.
I used to be a scientist. I designed weapons. Now my genius is wasted on frivolous things. Things that don't explode. My predecessor said no one would understand the true worth of my work. As I pulled my blade from his chest.
Hello, Wolverine. I'm guessing you're an X-Men fan. I do like Rogue as well. That is X-Men. I can't really see that picture all that well. My Shepard romances Liara, sometimes Miranda, or nobody. Okay. I romance, I try to romance different characters, but I mostly romance, like, Garrus or Tali. Those, of course, are big favorites. I do like Miranda, and I do like, Liara as well. Actually, I did romance Liara with this version of Shepard, but I'm deciding to romance Tali, since you can technically romance them. And I haven't done a Tali run for the channel itself.
Not exactly what I would call effective academic peer review.
I don't care what you'd call it. We value the will to use what we create, not just the ability to create it. We don't count success until the ground shakes in response.
Okay.
Enjoy your research.
Yes, move along.
Don't be a dickhead. Now what you got? Okay, kinetic pulsar. That is expensive. Oh my gosh, these are all expensive. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are expensive.
This looks interesting.
That's gonna take a lot of my goddamn money. I don't really use pistols or shotguns quite as much as I should.
We can use this.
Yeah, why not? Oh my gosh, that's gonna eat all of my money. I wanna keep a bunch of my money though.
Krogans hit by genophage, nuclear assaults, civil wars. Still survive.
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Hello there, Pyjack. Hello, fellow Pyjack.
Continue despite circumstances. Inspiring.
Just pretend I'm Steve Buscemi in that one
These things would last.
meme.
I look like I
He's
have
got
time
the
to talk.
skateboard on the
I've got
back
work
of
to
his
do.
head. He's
Those
wearing the
fools brought
baseball
this
cap
Tonka
and that
back
really
from a
colorful
skirmish without its combustion manifold.
jacket.
They say it got shot off in the field.
Hello, fellow kids.
You tell me, how can you expect a Tonka to run without a combustion manifold?
Any idea where I could find a combustion manifold?
Hello, fellow
Yeah,
Krogan.
I can make one. Give me
dressed
3
up as a
days and a
Krogan.
barrel of Ringcall.
There's like, it's like one of those cutouts.
It's too much to
There's like a
expect them to
cutout
collect
hole
and
where
bring
the
the
face
damn
of a
thing
Krogan
back.
should be, but it's Steve Buscemi sticking out of it. Hello, fellow Krogan. And for some reason he's got like a skateboard.
I've never seen a Krogan mechanic before.
What? You think we kidnap Quarians and make them do the hard work?
He tries to use it, he breaks it.
Don't.
I'm going out into the field. If I see a combustion manifold, I'll bring it back with me.
If you did, it would save me a lot of work. Maybe bring back my sunny disposition.
Let me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
Step back.
Okay, don't be a dickhead.
Still
I don't care
looking
about
for
you,
that
Baron.
Solarian? Or did you just come to waste my time?
How do I get to Clan Weirlock?
Just take the truck, human. Follow what's left of the road to Clan Weirlock's base. That's where the Solarian was. Just watch out for the blood pack.
Talk to you later.
Hey, I need to take the truck,
Still
dude.
looking for that Solarian? Or did you just come to waste my time?
Yeah, I came to waste your time. I'm bored. Alright, Morden, who do we take with us? Let's take Garrus. He needs some sunshine. Okay, let's see. Do we want more weapon damage or health? Health, because Scarce keeps getting fucking down. Yeah. Board again. I remember some people, when talking about Mass Effect Andromeda, some people are like, "That's my favorite game of all time, don't you backsass it?" And it's like, I mean, you can like whatever game you want, but don't be an asshole about it. Also, whenever I hear that, I can't help but think to myself, how big is your gaming library? You played many games, but that's your favorite. That's the same thing I thought when I saw this one YouTuber who was trying to say that New Vegas wasn't as good with its themes and stuff as Cyberpunk. I'm just thinking the same thing. How big is your gaming library? But they were also claiming that like Cyberpunk's like their favorite game on Steam, and I'm like, do you know how many games are on Steam? I understand if you have like a busy life and stuff, but when you're making a big video that's really big, important to yourself, and you're showing it to the world, and this is how you're approaching it, it's kind of like you need a little bit more substance and such. Like proclaiming as it being your #1 game on Steam when you probably only have 5 other games. And I've talked about Cyberpunk. I'm not a big Cyberpunk fan. I heard that the second game is in production.
Making contact.
I just find that I had a hard time trying to like the game. I thought it was very in its creativity. I'm stuck on this Baron. Get the frick off of me. It's creative. Like if you look at clothing and such, like why is it clothing just remind me of like the Division clothing? It's just boring everyday clothes. And this is supposed to be a futuristic cyberpunk universe, and it's like, what the hell is this? And then there's just like, I don't know what kind of future this is supposed to be. Like, is this supposed to be like an interpretation of the freaking interpretation of like 80s future? Or is this like a modern day future? It just can't decide when you got characters with crazy colorful haircuts and crap. And then other characters with more modern clothing than you see people wear today. It just doesn't feel like it's very creative now and there. And then, like, even the character designs, like, a lot of the character designs feel very generic, too. Johnny Silverhand is just basically Rex mixed with Winter Soldier. Rex from Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon. Oh! The best, like, even their freaking, other than, like, the Mantis Blades, which I'm pretty sure I saw Dr. Eggman use in the 3rd Sonic movie.
This is slowing down.
And the freaking, Laser Whip, which was borrowed by Johnny Mnemonic movies, so you can not like new to that series. It's just very boring. It's very dirty to me. Take the samurai armor, for example, which there is none. There's just the helmet with no decorative parts to the helmet either. You know how like a lot of samurai helmets have that cool like decorative head dressing on the front of it that you see in a lot of other games that do it, when even Fortnite has better samurai armor, and that's meant to be skins, then you know you fricked up somewhere. Because the only other samurai things is that stupid jacket with a glowing collar. It's like, ooh, that speaks sci-fi, that's the future, a freaking jacket with a glowing LED collar. Amazing. It's just like, whatever. I just found it very creative. I hope the sequel is good. I can see potential, really good sequel out of, there's really awesome potential that can come out of Cyberpunk. I even thought the anime, even though the anime is overrated, it at least was more creative in its character designs and stuff. And I know it's an anime, but like, if you made realistic, or you use the same art style as the game and turned those characters from that game into that art style. Oh god, I don't like this thing.
Enjoy.
Wait, Garrus is down? Seriously? Poke your head out. I'm not coming over there. You got a freaking flamethrower.
Kill that one.
Thank you. Hate this flamethrower. Oh god, it's another pyro guy. There you go. Can I take this? Yeah, I already did. Man, I expect frickin' Cyberpunk to be one of my least favorites on that list. I just was not a fan of Cyberpunk. I originally got into it, but like, I have too many problems. Some of my favorite videos on Cyberpunk is by Manually Reviews, beat 'em ups, and Hackman's older videos, and I still think they hold up technically. Because a lot of those videos, what those videos at least are tackling are not the glitches at the time. They're tackling like other parts of the game, story, characters, and even like the way the game is programmed and such. And a lot of those problems are still technically they're still there.
Enjoy.
Those are things you can't simply just fix. Martin's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. Stick out your head, come on.
My shields are down. Nice shot.
So like my major problems is like I feel like, especially when it comes to creativity, it's very weak. But also I feel like it doesn't know what kind of game it wants to be. Like what kind of cyberpunk universe it wants to be. Does it want to be? I would like it if it was more in the 80s direction. If it actually went all in on that instead of like modern, because I don't feel like it does modern well enough, and if it's not doing either well enough, then it's trying to do one and the other. And why bother? It's just got a confused identity, you could say.
Repurposed Krogan Hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment.
That's unfortunate. Hospitals aren't fun to fight through.
Like, you look at, like, I don't like Destiny either, but at least Destiny has some, well, except for the stuff
Swords,
that's plagiarized.
Tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subjects,
here and there,
victim of experimentation.
Or the armor, or the planets, or the aliens and stuff. I just did not feel that. I felt like there was a lackluster enemy variety and stuff. There's other problems I have with Cyberpunk. It's not just the creativity, but the creativity is a big problem of it.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was?
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner. Maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure genophage. Humans useful as test subjects. Genetically
like
diverse.
For Samurai,
enables
for a game that
exploration
has
of
like a
modalities.
Japanese kind of like futuristic setting, you would think they would have more armor pieces for samurai gear than what they actually do. I even checked the expansion, the DLC there, whatever, if it had anything to add to that, and I didn't see anything. So I was just like bummed out by like how lackluster that is.
Wouldn't something native to Tachanka work better? Farron, maybe?
Yes, human experiments strictly
I never
high-level
cared for
concept
most
testing.
characters. The
Native
only character I
Tachanka
hear
fauna
people
likely
care
used
about
later
is
in development
Vivi, and
stages.
honestly,
Wise to delay
very
use
boring.
of
I
Varyn
hate
until
that
necessary.
stupid haircut.
Powerful bite.
The hair that's swooped on one side, rest of the head shaven, and it's freaking colorful hair. Like almost every character, even the female V, is depicted with that. I'm just sick of seeing that stupid haircut. It's freaking everywhere.
What can you tell about their experiments from looking at the body?
Haircuts are dumb.
Position of tumors suggests deliberate mutation of adrenal pineal glands, modifying hormone levels, counterattack on glands hit by genophage.
And it's not a new haircut either, because I'm pretty sure Fallout 3 even had some of those haircuts. Hell, Fallout 3, if you include DLC at least, had a full freaking samurai armor set. The best they do is, like, you have the helmet without the decorative part on the front, but you have different color variants. That's pretty much it. It has the same problem as freaking, what is that game called? The Obsidian game called Outer Worlds. It has the same problem as that, where it's like the armors are cool at first, but then after a while you realize the only change is the stats, and even they had that wrong at first. And it was just recolored armor sets after a while. And then it also shares the same problem with... It's like if you mix Outer Worlds' problem with their outfits with the Division's problem, where the Division just has these really boring modern-day clothing, and you mix it with the recoloring thing. That's what you got with Cyberpunk. I don't know. It just never made me feel like I cared. And one of my biggest problems, too, is even when it comes to the RPG thing, I've seen people fight about Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is definitely awful with its role-playing, but I feel like frickin' Cyberpunk is no better. Technically, most of the role-playing in Cyberpunk is taken from you, because most of the game is about Johnny Silverhand. It gets taken over by him. A lot of your motivations and stuff, other than getting the chip out of your head, are leaning towards him. It's like, why couldn't you just have him as a character in that world? And why does he have to hijack your freaking RPG from you? Most of the characters you meet are mostly because of him. I mean, yeah, eventually you have romances and stuff, but like and there are a couple of characters, though one of them's dead, that being Jackie. He's dead early on, so that doesn't really count. And I never felt like it. I talked about Starfield where Starfield did something that technically, it didn't do it good, but it did it at least, where I felt like if you take the Nomad and you take the, what are the other beginnings? There's Nomad, Corpo, and Street Kid. If you took those and you actually had like different paths so the story could actually take with each of those and not just in the beginning, and you meet different characters, you have different scenarios, and technically Starfield kind of did this with their factions. Also, where are factions? Why are factions not play a bigger part than they do? Why can't I join Militech? Why can't I freaking join one of those gangs, like those Spider Eye guys? We barely see those guys anymore after the freaking first part of the game. It's like, where the frick did all these guys go? Why can't I interact with them as in-depth as, like Bethesda games let you? Because you actually can join those freaking factions and stuff, those guilds. It's like, where the frick did all of that go? Why doesn't this get... Even frickin' The Witcher 3 did a good job letting you know what frickin' faction was like what frickin' military or what do I use for example of that? I guess like Nilfgaardian, like learning about the Nilfgaardians versus goddamn, I need to play Witcher 3 again. I've been planning on doing that recently. But I can't remember some of the other factions in that. But you got to know some of the guys. There's also that one group with the God, I'm forgetting his frickin' name too. Yeah, I need to play Witcher 3 again. But there's that one guy that my memory is drawing blank. The Baron guy, where he wants you to, like, you get to learn about his little group of people, his little operation, so to say. God, my frickin' memory is drawing a blank with The Witcher 3 for some reason right now. But yeah, like, even that game had, like, a good way of setting up all that stuff. I didn't feel like Cyberpunk did it quite as well enough, and when they did it like any other game where, like, they gave you data pads or audio logs or whatever the frick, and I just didn't care for that universe. I felt like it was a disgrace to the tabletop as well. It didn't, because, and Bandly Reviews brought this up, where it just did not live up to that stuff.
Experimenting on humans?
a
That
lot
kind
of
of
the
crap is what makes
things
Cerberus
that
start to
the
seem like a good
tabletop
idea.
established. And it
Never
focused
used
too
humans myself.
hard on
Disgusting,
the punk side
unethical,
instead
sloppy,
of the cyber
used
side
by
of
brute
things.
force researchers, not
It needed to
thinkers.
focus
No
more on
place in proper science.
cybernetics and stuff, and it didn't
Krogan
feel like
use of
it
humans,
did
unsurprising.
that enough.
Now we've got 2 reasons to shut this place down.
Focus on Malin. Too
Sorry
late to
I'm
help the
talking
dead.
so long about that. But I love The Witcher 3, and when you can imagine me going into Cyberpunk, I'm excited for that. And it's like, I feel like I was let down with that game. Its creativity was lackluster, its certain characters were lackluster in my opinion.
I am the speaker for Clan Werlock, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Werlock Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
Krogan don't generally let people go. What does Clan Werlock have planned?
If you walk away now, you can tell your children that you saw Clan Werlock before our Blood Pact conquered the stars. You think the Erd not impressive? They are pitiful! Werlock Gold will destroy them! The Solarian will cure the Genophage, and Clan Werlock will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood!
Appears they discovered Malin's work. Unfortunate.
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the Genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing! You have not seen the piles of children that never lived. The Krogan were wronged. We will make it right, and then we will have our revenge!
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
We have the Blood Pact, and we have the Solarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support. When we cure the Genophage, Werlock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellions will become the Krogan...
You talk too much.
See? The human cannot hit a simple target. The Blood Pact will avenge me!
How do you talk after he's dead?
Just the thing to help.
Ah, crap, they're heading around that side. Oh, God. How come your shotgun's gonna reach me, but mine can't? Frickin' assholes. Alright, which one's my... That's the Adrenaline Rush. This one. And incinerate this loser. Blow up the other. Ta-da! We win. Jeez. Alright.
Lab's likely through there. Can smell antiseptic, hint of dead flesh. Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Werlock female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of Genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accept it as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Mordin.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives, then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Can you get any information from the body?
Minimal insight into experiments. Gene therapy. Risking cancer aiming for benign mutation. Krogan research is ruthless. Risking own clan's women for new data. Disgusting. Short-sighted. Wrong.
Infecting the entire species with the sterility plague isn't much better in my book.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population increase all pointed to war. Extinction. Genophage or genocide. Save Galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from Galaxy.
You could have cured the genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos in Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
We need to find Malin and shut this place down.
Yes.
Whoops. I was trying to move over, Chris.
This is valuable.
May use something for the front. Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is that even though it is technically a different problem from what Fallout 4 has, what Cyberpunk has that I was describing with Johnny taking over the freaking
Active console may contain useful
but
data.
It's still
One
a
moment.
similar problem
Genetic sequences, hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue.
Over your goddamn
Very thorough.
playing. I never found too another
avoiding
thing
scorched
that
earth
carved it
immunosuppressants
was
to alter hormone
was an
levels.
unlikable
Good.
asshole, the main character.
Hate to see that.
At least when the character in Fallout 4 was an unlikable jackass, it was kind of funny. And they kind of knew what they were doing with that, where this is just, because the game took it too seriously, I also think the game's way too pretentious in the way
Most people
it tries
wouldn't
to
be
tell
so
its
casual
themes
about
and
developing a
story
sterility
for
plague.
something that has
Not
theming
developing,
that we've
modifying,
seen a million
much more
times
difficult,
before.
working within confines of
Big
existing
corporation
genophage.
bad, and I
100
know
times
that's
the
not
complexity.
the only theme, but
Errors
we've
unacceptable.
seen
Could
themes
cause
that it
total
does, and
sterility,
it's nothing
malignant
new, and
tumors.
I don't
Could
think it
even
does it any
reduce
better.
effectiveness, worse than doing nothing.
And even
Had
if
to
it
keep
does,
Krogan
not much
population
better.
stable. 1 in 1,000. Perfect target, optimal growth.
It's got
Like
the
gardening.
fucking same frickin' theming of story as Robots the movie.
Pretty it up however you
Remember
like.
that
You're talking
frickin'
about
movie?
murdering millions.
No,
Even
murdered
that was
no
more
one.
creative.
Altered fertility, prevented fetal development of nervous system. Have killed many, Shepard.
I remember
Many
that
methods,
frickin'
gunfire,
trailer
knives,
to that
drugs,
movie.
tech
Where's
attacks,
the
once
dame with
with
the
farming
keister?
equipment, but not with medicine.
That's Aunt Fanny. Whoa.
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan. Not difficult. Increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further. Chose not to. Rachni extinction
And those
tragic.
are all very
Didn't want
important
to repeat.
elements,
All
and I haven't
life
even gotten
precious.
to the villains.
Universe
Arasaka's
demands diversity.
an awful antagonist. And it's such, like, I think a game company, or just any big company should never try to approach the freaking themes of, like, evil, big, greedy corporation when it's just gonna come across so super hypocritical. You're gonna have a hard time trying to avoid being looked at like that. It's kind of like when the Fern Gully movie came out and they were trying to say, protect the trees, oh, and it's a movie that was made on freaking paper!
What was it like working on the Genophage modification project?
Best years of my
Major
life.
movies
Wake up
from
with
trees,
ideas, talk over
and you're
breakfast,
saying protect the
experiments all morning.
trees.
Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight.
Arasaka was
ego,
just terrible
argument,
because they never
passion,
showed that they
galaxy's
were
biggest
like an
problem,
actual
massive
threat,
resources
that
thrown
they
at
were
us,
actually
not anything
a
we
big
wanted.
bad company. Most of the stuff you saw from them, except for like in the beginning of the Corpo beginning, but you only see that in the Corpo beginning. Most of the time you're seeing Johnny Silverhand be a dickhead, like being a terrorist and stuff through his eyes. So you kind of get a mixed perspective of things. Like, is it Johnny that's freaking evil? And I don't know if they're trying to do that, and that was the point. But I feel like they approached it in the same way The Last of Us 2 tried to approach its whole revenge story. It just was not.
How can you agree with using the Genophage, Morton? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
It was terrible.
State of Tuchanka not
Terribly
doomed to
executed,
Genophage.
in my
Nuclear
opinion.
winter caused by
And
Krogan
Arasaka
before
never showed
Solarians
that
made
they were
first contact.
evil. There were always
Krogan
like
choices,
situations
refused
they could
truce
have,
during
but they
Krogan rebellions,
didn't.
expand after
Granted
Ragnar
that,
Wars,
they had
splinter
Johnny
after
Silverhand
Genophage.
looking more like an
Genophage
evil
medical,
dickhead
not nuclear.
terrorist.
No craters from virus,
And the
damage
game
caused by
supporting
Krogan,
a
not
terrorist
Solarians,
character being
not
the
me.
good guy kind of looks bad, honestly.
The effects on
Especially
Tuchanka are
with how
still your
people see
responsibility.
terrorism
You
nowadays.
upgraded the virus that kept them in
Especially
barbarism.
like you would never.
Krogan committed
support
war
something like
crimes,
that unless
refused to
you're
negotiate.
insane.
Turian defeat not complete. Krogan could have recovered, attacked again. Conventional war too risky. Krogan
but
forces
yeah,
too
it's
strong.
just
Genophage
so
was
stupid.
only option. Krogan forced Genophage, us or them. No apologies for winning.
But the other
Wouldn't
thing
have
is, some
minded
of the
peaceful
people that
solution.
helped you out in your mission to stop fricking Arasaka or whatever, even though
So if the Krogan
they don't
banded
come
together
after
and formed
you,
a
they don't
united
care
government,
about
you'd
you.
welcome that?
They kind of just forget
Yes,
your
United Krogan saved Galaxy, destroyed Ragnar.
exist
Genophage, not a
until you
punishment,
come after
simply
them.
alters fertility to correct the
And most
removal
of the
from
people
hostile
you
environment.
get help from work for fricking Arasaka. So it's just another layer of they don't look evil.
We're not going to find Malin
because
staring at consoles.
they're not
Come on.
showing that they're evil. Even Alduin in Skyrim was more frickin' showed his level of threat and what kind of threat he was. Every time you remember the scene where you go with Delphine and you see him resurrecting a dragon. That one moment right there tells you through the rest of the game, hey, every time you see a dragon, you know who frickin' resurrected it and why it's attacking. That frickin' son of a bitch right there. So he's a presence similar to like Sauron, when Sauron's unleashing his armies of orcs on the world and stuff. He's a presence that you mostly hear about rather than see. It's the same even with like Sephiroth and Final Fantasy VII. Am I going the right way? Okay, good. So, you got the freaking... Okay, the villains don't work. The main character is a unlikable dickhead. The armor sucks.
You killed the Bloodpack guards.
Not Bloodpack, not member of Clan
The
Werewolf.
armor
Wrong
clothing
clan
sucks.
markings.
It's more focused on the punk side rather than cyber. So the
Werewolf
cybernetics
guard,
aren't quite as impressive as they should be.
The Chief Scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Erdnot.
I can't.
A lot of the side characters aren't nearly as interesting. Like, the only reason you probably like some of them is because they're hot. That's it. Like, the characters in Mass Effect are hot too, but like, you at least like what their characteristics and stuff and what they're all about. The Tally is a great example of that. Like, she never takes that freaking uniform off. You never truly get to see her face except in a photo, which they did screw up at one point. where you don't really get to see her face, and it's like the perfect example of don't judge a book by your cover. And so many people, look how many people love Tali in Mass Effect. She's such a well executed character. She's got great character development. She's a very likable character. She's very interesting and relatable. I just never truly cared about a lot of the characters in frickin' Cyberpunk. Frickin' Judy was the frickin' emo techie person. It's like, and then she's got such boring clothing and just design. Like, I hate the haircut. She's got the frickin' tank top with the frickin' military boots and the goddamn cargo pants or whatever. It's like, you're supposed to be cybernetic. And then, like, even the cybernetics, like the metal lining that goes throughout, like, the face and the body that you see in, like, the character customization of that game, that stuff looks frickin' hideous. I hate the way that looks. It looks so dumb. So even, like, the character customization frickin' fails, in my opinion. The only thing that did was frickin', hey, you get to customize your junk. Baldur's Gate did it better. And it was, I guess you could technically say it borrowed from Cyberpunk, that idea or whatever.
Morton, can you get him back on his feet?
Yeah,
Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand.
Like, it has such
I'm
a
not too sick to leave.
diehard
I
fan
have to
base,
stay.
though. But, like, a
They're
fan base I
curing
just
the
do not
genophage.
understand.
They're gonna make it all better.
There's some good
They
people
have
in
to
the fan
keep doing
base,
the
but
tests.
sadly, like any
Caution,
fan
Shepard.
base,
Patient
that
unstable,
stands
susceptible,
out quite a bit.
brainwashed.
I think I even find it more toxic than a Sonic fan base.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough.
And then you
Not
get the
good
role-playing elements because the main character is not
This is
very
the best I
interesting.
can
Like,
do.
your role-playing amounts to
all I
either
can do.
a dickhead,
I'm not
a
big
bigger
enough to have a
dickhead,
real shot
or
females.
kind of a
I'll
dickhead.
never have kids
It's
of my
most of your dialogue options
But
sum
if I
up
help
to.
undo the
And then
genophage,
when you have, it
then
does
I'm
do
mad.
similar things to,
Millions of
that
children
of,
will be born. Werelock children. They're going to destroy the other clans.
it does do it similarly to how Mass Effect and such does
No,
it.
they said I was helping Erdnot.
If you want to help Erdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp while injured.
I can do it.
You? I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I can do it. I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go. Go.
There's no pep talk like a military pep talk.
Thank you, Garrus.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
Or a weapon. Explosive useful. Should burn through any armor.
And Cyberpunk's also got that same problem as, explosions.
Try a real man's weapon.
Krogan charging!
Time to strike.
Thought I was harmless, did you?
You're not harmless. Killing me.
Just the thing to help.
Get up, Garrus. We're not done here. Anything over there? I don't see anything over there. Come on.
Scratch one!
We broke into little icicle parts. No. they just hiding in that little space there? But I was gonna say it has the same thing as Entrada, where I just didn't find that, like, once again, like guns and stuff. I also enemy target on that problematic cancel, like that talking bullet or something. One down. But like, I didn't find the enemy variety was very strong in that game. Oh, that's supposed to be quick.
Deploying incineration tech.
They're freaking zeroing on me. Get it off of me! Get it off of me! Die!
Neck.
Morton's down here alone. Morton!
Yeah, lost shields.
Oh crap, what the frick? I need this. Wait for him to come up on us. Get a shot that was staggered. Yeah. But yeah, the enemy variety, it's like the AI and such, just freaking terrible. I even find like the locations you go to for a lot of your missions freaking boring. Like, you know how people complain about office building after office building in freaking Fallout 3? I had the same problem with Cyberpunk's freaking, like, levels. Freaking awful. Freaking boring. Then there was another good point Manly Reviews made about Cyberpunk, where he brought out the frickin' part on, like, that one mission structure of Panam. And Panam is basically, like, you meet her, and she's basically got the same background and stuff, like, situation as, like, frickin' Megan Fox's character from Transformers. But, yeah, she's hot, but do I need to bring up the thing I just said about Callie earlier? Callie's freaking hot, but like, she wears that outfit the whole time. What if you didn't like the way she looked in Under Armor? You like her as a freaking person. It could be one of those cartoon situations where it's like, I love that one freaking thing that Peter Griffin gets Brian, where it looks like it's like a present that's obviously shaped like a wine bottle or something. But then when he opens it, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a dog bone or something. I can't remember. Or a book. I think it was a book because Brian likes to read. And I just remember he opened it and it was like, oh. What if that was the same deal with Callie? She like took off the outfit and it was like, oh jeez, what the hell?
Don't understand.
At all what her
For such a smart man,
statue
Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Morton, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That'll be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover.
Like how
we'll never know.
Other than the Renegade Paragon options, but like if you look at the dialogue system, you know how people make fun of the dialogue in Bethesda's like Fallout 4 and stuff, or even Starfield, where it tells you like romance next to the dialogue option or whatever. Like people will make fun of that, but then they look like complete hypocrites when I point out. Do you remember that Cyberpunk has color-coded dialogue as well? You got the blue is questions. Sometimes they'll even have a symbol or say corpo or something next to the option if it's this. Which doesn't happen that often. Honestly, the outcomes of them are really boring. Like, for example, there's like a corpo, I remember one corpo option that can get you to walk through an entire base, basically without really alerting anybody. But that's such a boring option compared to what that stuff could actually be. What if you were actually like an undercover corporation, like agent or something, and you could choose the side of like the hell, even Street Kid. What if you could join different gangs, and one of the gangs you could go undercover with, or whatever, for the police if you wanted to. It's similar to the pirates or that military group wanting to go undercover in frickin' Starfield. And then you got like the whole like corpo thing. You could build your way from being just a typical office worker, like get your boss a cup of coffee or something like that, which Starfield also did that. It may not be the best executed, but at least it did something with that stuff that Cyberpunk, honestly, in my opinion, should have. They should have different like outcomes to like how each one, and like Nomad could have been this whole like you sticking to the outside is almost like a courier, kind of like Fallout New Vegas, ironically. Driving from one place to another, delivering packages, and there was one package that was connected to the rest, and all the stories could like combine somewhere. Like it was a very important package for Arasaka, and that would be really cool if there were like different ways the entire storyline could play out, but instead it's the same goddamn one except for the very beginning. Same goddamn thing for the most part. The only differences are like romances and little things in between here and there, like the endings, and the endings still technically suck. And a DLC should not be holding up your game. Like people still loved Oblivion. They didn't need Shivering Isles to tell them that it was an awesome game, that they loved that game for the reasons that they do. But if you only truly think that like the DLC is what holds up the foundation of the game should be holding that foundation on its own. And I just, in my personal opinion, and the previous things I just mentioned earlier, I do not think it has that foundation. A very strong foundation, in my opinion. It didn't feel like they were in their element like they were with the Witcher series. And there's plenty of other things to be said, too. It's not just that.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse. And I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Morton. You're not a murderer.
No, not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Malin. Get out. No Weyrloc left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified Genophage project?
Special Tasks Group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weyrloc willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No. Locking this unit. Special Task Group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
You heard the professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The Genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan.
I feel like this kind of stuff is interesting. I never felt like, other than maybe Judy once again and such, but I never felt like it had quite as interesting character development. Never took advantage of stuff like having like these different factions and such. Like, I mostly felt like that stuff was shoved to the side in order to focus on, we got a big celebrity guest, Keanu Reeves. Let's make him more of a main character than the actual main character.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the Genophage.
He takes over the goddamn role-playing from
so many variables, stress responses, impossible to truly predict.
And you only hear about
something to think about.
The evil
Malin's
of the
research, only loose end, could destroy it.
Arasaka through his eyes, through
still valuable
exposition. Frickin' Christopher Nolan does exposition better.
This is the research that included tests on living victims.
It's just a very pretentious game.
Right now, victims die for nothing. Keep it, use it. Death's worth something. Malin's work could cure Genophage. Don't know.
And when something's like, there's sometimes where a pretentious story can be done well, but I felt like this was more like modern day or later Ridley Scott, like Prometheus, that kind of junk. Or Zack Snyder stuff, where it's a bad kind of pretentious in my eyes.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here, but you see the loss, too.
Wasted
usually,
potential.
If it's something is a very pretentious story,
save the data.
Point taken,
and
Shepard.
It's very unlikable.
Wipe it.
Has
Local
like
copy.
Really, that's pretentious like that than I do with something that's genuinely just bad. Because with something bad, it's kind of the same thing with like if you decide between.
Let's get out of here.
Like something bad or something that's just mid or mediocre. I always find the mediocre to be worse, and that's kind of what Cyberpunk feels like. It's just very mid in my eyes, even as a Cyberpunk universe. Once again, because of previous elements I've discussed. And I find those worse because, like, when it's something bad, sometimes you can find something funny or memorable or just so bad it's good in a way. Kind of like The Room. That, like, you can't do anything but laugh at it, and at least it's something you remember. With something mid, I don't remember anything, and I'm, like, I feel tortured in the moment of dealing with that said mid thing. So it just feels worse. And that's the same thing frickin' Cyberpunk gave me. I felt worse having played it. I will be doing I do want to do a video on Cyberpunk in the future though, or a series. Because I do want to replay Cyberpunk, see if I still feel the same way I feel like I am with Cyberpunk. But it'll probably help me further understand the problems, seeing it with a different perspective. and better being able to explain things. Why I don't care for Cyberpunk as much as I did other games that did simulate
Commander,
things.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yeah, Kelly, shut the fuck up. Alright, let's see if, anything else, Kelly?
Jack's tattoos are beautiful. As colorful as her past, I'm sure. I have concerns with her temper, though.
Don't worry, Jack's a big girl. She'll be just fine.
I hope you're right. Anyway, what's up?
How's the crew?
Is there anything I should know?
Grunt seems very anxious, pacing down in the cargo hold. You might want to check in on him. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, Grunt wants to see me. Ba-da-bop-da-bop. We should probably talk to Tali as well. Introduce ourselves to her some more. Hello, Grunt.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know. See? Why do that? What's wrong?
Okeer didn't imprint anything to help you figure this out?
I see pictures of old battles. Voices of warlords. But this is a blood haze in my head. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here my blood screams, my plates itch. And even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
EDI, anything in your files about Krogan diseases that could cause this?
Cerberus has a number of autopsies on file, but nothing on a living Krogan of this age and situation. Krogan are reluctant to share medical records.
My people were defeated by doctors and labs. They will never let stuff like that leave the homeworld to Chunka.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
Ah, stuck on the railing. Anything else, Kelly? I'll probably be stopping soon. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, should probably stop very soon. It is almost 8:30. Got some things I gotta do. Anything else, Kelly?
How is our newest Turian crew member doing? His injuries looked painful.
He's a soldier. It'll take a lot more than that to keep him down.
There's something about him. I just want to hold him close and whisper, "It will be all right."
Okay.
Are you attracted to other species?
Well, part of my job is predicting the motives and feelings of humans and aliens. Intimacy brings understanding. And passion is nice wherever you find it. Character matters, not race or gender. Anything else, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Okay.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need
Alright,
anything.
we just got once, I guess. So I would have to go down to Run. We're taking the boy with us. We're taking both of the boys.
If you're looking for work, you're shouting down the wrong hole. The Blood Pack only recruits Krogan.
And the Solarians, too. Those little bastards think they're so smart.
Clan Urdnot has increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock. Based on population profiles, Clan Urdnot has adopted surviving members of Clan Werlock, mostly women and children. Also, I have been unable to access local medical records. I suggest asking the local clan leader for assistance with Grunt's problem.
One wrong step, Shepard. Don't touch anything. If you're gonna stand there, make yourself useful. I can't do anything until I build a replacement manifold for this damn Tomka.
I found a combustion manifold out in the field. Is this what you need?
That'll work. Faster than building one from scratch, at least. You just saved me 3 days' work, human. You've earned my time if you want it.
What's that you're working on there?
I'm tuning up these machines for battle. It's a wonder this Tomka made it back to camp. It could be worse. A couple more hits on the broadside, and this thing would have crumbled.
What's that you're working on there?
I'm tuning up these machines. It could be worse. A couple more hits on the broadside.
Krogan placed so much importance on martial strength. How did you become a mechanic?
Shut up, phone.
How do you think those fools make it to the field to kill each other? Who do you think keeps the weapons working? Without me, there's no battle, just slaughter. I am the military might of Clan Urdnot.
How do you feel about what Rex is trying to do?
The old man's crazy if you ask me, which you just did. But that stuff fixes itself. If it doesn't work, Rex gets torn to shreds and we find out who's got the next best plan.
Sadly talk more negatively about a game than it is positively.
Let me get out of your way.
I don't want to make a habit of that.
Don't do me any favors.
As well as too many people do that enough.
One more win in the pits.
I usually like
I'm retiring.
That motivates me to. It motivates me best to be able to describe what I have problems with when I'm more frustrated with something than I am positive about it. It's weird how it works that way sometimes.
Shepard, what can I do for you, my friend?
I have a Krogan on my crew. He has some kind of sickness and needs treatment.
Where are you from, whelp? Was your clan destroyed before you could learn what is expected of you?
I have no clan. I was tank bred by Warlord Okeer. My line distilled from Kredok, Moro, Shiagar.
You recite warlords, but you are the offspring of a syringe.
I am pure Krogan. You should be in awe.
Okeer's a very old name. A very hated name.
He is dead.
Of course. You're with Shepard. How could he be alive?
I need Grunt back up to speed. What's wrong with him?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's becoming a full adult.
Adolescence? Can't we just take him to Omega and buy him a few dances?
I don't care what aliens call it. Krogan undergo the rite of passage.
Too far, Rex. Your clan may rule, but this thing is not Krogan.
Idiot. So, Grunt, do you wish to stand with Urdnot?
This is his choice.
It is in my blood. It is what I am for.
Good boy. Speak with the shaman. He's over on the second level. Give him a good show and he'll set you on the path.
Minutes
you too, Shepard. How many times have you stepped in a mess for your crew,
I want to listen to some Iron Maiden.
Good to see you, Rex. Sure you can't come with us?
Wish I could. But I need to keep these short-sighted fools in line. Hunt well, Shepard.
You see that special they had on the extranet? That crap rots your brain. You should be out hunting. Fixing something you can't.
You don't have the plates to try. Then let's end this. Don't crowd the ambassador.
What? Hello,
Turn
ambassador.
back, human. I may be an ambassador among my people, but that doesn't mean I have to speak to the likes of you. Don't think that carrying this whelp of a Krogan makes you worth my time. Leave now before my guards decide to eject you.
You seem like a well-traveled Krogan, Ambassador.
I am.
Then you must know who I am. And you have to be aware that bad things happen to those who oppose me.
Stand down, men. I'm starting to like this human. I am the ambassador to Urdnot from Clan Nakmor. We're a small clan based in the Craddock Wastes.
If Nakmor is a small clan, how do you keep the more powerful clans from destroying you?
Oh, my time's
We
up.
are the clan of the great warlord Nakmor Krawl,
I'll let the
who faced
talking
down
king's
platoons
guy
of
be
Turians and won. Most clans lend us the respect our ancestor is due.
What business does Clan Nakmor have with the Urdnot?
Clan leader Rex requested that I come. He and Clan Nakmor have been in talks about a more permanent alliance. With our help, Urdnot could rally others behind its banner and truly unite Tuchanka, and we would gain the chance to fight in larger battles with greater plunder.
I thought all Krogan want to be warriors. What makes a Krogan become an ambassador?
You know as much as you think, human. A Krogan diplomat has to represent the strength of his people, or his clan appears ripe for conquest. I slaughtered my way to the top of my clan, human. I speak with the authority of a warrior.
I should go.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you
he said the
will.
line. He said the
Eyes straight
thing.
ahead.
Say the thing, Bart.
Go away. The envoy to the female clans doesn't have to listen to aliens.
Here, dickhead.
You go beyond yourself, Gatatog Uvank. The rights of Urdnot are dominant. How do we know it will challenge him? He's unnatural. The beasts of the right could ignore him like a lump of plastic. They know blood no matter the womb. Your barking does not help your case. I'll speak for myself. This is the tank bread. It is very lifelike. Smells correct as well. Your protests ring hollow, Uvank.
Urdnot Rex has given us permission to seek clan status for Grunt.
Permission. That is good enough, if lacking in spirit. If this must stand on ritual, then I invoke a denial. My Krant stands against him. He has no one. My patience is tested, but Uvank invokes correctly. Grunt, who is your Krant? Your allies willing to kill and die on your behalf?
We stand with Grunt, as shipmates and comrades.
Shipmates are not the same thing. But I grant you aliens your simple interpretation. Aliens don't know strength. My followers are true Krogan. Everything about Grunt is
How about I give you a headbutt?
You dare. I like this human. He understands. I withdraw my denial. This will be decided elsewhere. You have provoked them. Reason enough for me to like you. They're your problem now.
Do we need any special equipment?
To begin the rite, only the candidate and his Krant are required. You love battle, don't you, Shepard? The last gasp of a dying opponent. Bring your love of the fight to Grunt's trial, and he will succeed.
Is that Krogan gonna be a problem?
He is forbidden to interfere, will he? During the rite of passage, you must be ready for anything, Shepard. From what you've shown me, you will not disappoint.
We've waited long enough. Tell us how this works.
Still your impatience, Shepard. For now, know that Grunt will be tested, and that you must adapt.
We're ready. Let's do this.
Excellent.
We'll complete Grunt's mission and then I'll stop. Gotta get more things done anyways, because there's a lot to do in Mass Effect 2. Because there's a bunch of loyalty missions, there's still some recruiting, and then of course leading on to the frickin' let's get Garrus with us. Leading on to the suicide mission.
This is Tuchanka's most recent scar. The last surface city to fall in the rebellions. The Keystone was at the heart. It has survived wars and the passage of centuries. It endures. Like the Krogan. If you wish to join Clan Urdnot, you must contemplate the Keystone and its trials.
What will happen?
Who knows? You must adapt. You must thrive no matter the situation. Any true Krogan will.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
Yeah, hold on.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
Hold on, I'm trying to collect some goodies. There's goodies around.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
Shut up. Stop saying that.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
Damn it. Shut up. Testing my patience.
Let's get started, Shepard.
That's it.
Hit the Keystone.
Back. There we go. I know we those help things for the battle. That's
first the Krogan conquered Tuchanka and mastered a natural world only we are fit to hold.
Here they come.
Whoa.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Firing a high-impact shot!
Worthless. I'll put them down.
Last one!
There. These beasts will know I'm worthy.
Where are they?
I'll put them down.
Here they come.
Worthless. See them. They'll all die. ready.
This is easy.
Impact shot. Now you'll fry!
Oh!
Then the Krogan were lifted to the stars to destroy the fears of a galaxy. An enemy only we could chase to their lair.
Crawlers, come to your death. Incoming! Yeah, right on your ass.
Got some crawlers on site.
Firing a high impact shot.
Burn and die!
There we go!
I'll put them down! Hostiles!
Don't get close to that because they breathe fire.
Firing a high impact shot.
I'm stuck on something. I knew they breathe fire. That it?
Now, all Krogan bear the Genophage. Our reward, our curse. It is a fight where the only goal is survival.
Feel that? Everything is shaking. I am hostiles!
Okay, don't get in the way then. Oh my gosh.
Impact shot.
No shields. This should slow him down.
What? I thought I was behind cover enough. God damn it. Fucking dumbass thing. Fucking hate that. Almost had him. Fucking Dark Souls sliver of health. And that happens.
Now, all Krogan, and bear the genophage, our reward, our curse. It is a fight where the only goal is survival.
Feel that? Everything is shaking. I am...
Enemies on our left.
Stop firing at me, idiot! On the ground, now!
Oh, come on. Thank you.
No, this is a test.
Got it that time. God damn.
of company. Good. I want more.
You live, and you brought down the Thresher Maw. No one has done that in generations. Urdnot Rex was the last.
My Krant gave me strength beyond my genes, which are damn good.
This will cause discussion. I wonder... You say you are pure, no alien meddling in your construction, just the warlord of Kier.
The best Krogan traits are distilled into Grunt. He's designed to be perfect.
Being designed is the problem, but not made by aliens. And he is truly powerful. That is a tolerable loophole.
A what?
A reason to accept you. You are a mistake, but your potential could tip the current balance of the clans.
You spit on my father's name, on Shepard's name, but now you stop ranting because I'm strong.
With restrictions. You could not breed, of course, or serve on an alien ship, but you'd be clan in name.
It's your choice, Grunt. Sounds like an easy job.
That's the problem. I'm pure Krogan. Ulvik, you were the pretender.
Your head is valuable, whether you're alive or dead.
Just try to take it.
Showtime! Enemy charging! Yeah, right on your ass!
Firing a high-impact shot.
What's that Krogan doing? Ow.
Yeah, right on your ass!
Gotta taste your own medicine. Shotgun! 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 I call shotgun! Bro. Shotgun!
Through my shield!
Shotgun! Sucker. Oh, the sucker. Surprise, brother.
Getting up close! I'll put them down!
You guys love to use shotguns.
Ulvik is meat. Let's signal at the Keystone to get out of here and leave him to rot.
Indeed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You have passed the rite of passage, earning the honor of clan and name. Many survive, but it has been years since a Thresher Maw fell. Your names shall live in glory. Grunt, you are Urdnot. We now own property. Join the army and apply to serve under a battle master.
Shepard is my battle master. He has no match.
Understood. Congratulations, Urdnot Grunt. Accept this token from Fortak. His weapons are the finest we have.
What were you called before you became shaman?
I gave up my name when I became the shaman. I am a conduit for the rage and bloodlust of my people. It would be wrong to retain my old identity. My life belongs to the clan.
I want to know about Tuchanka's past.
Tuchanka is a place of great gifts. It kills the weak, torments the slow, and destroys the stupid. Survival is an honor, and here, Krogan thrive. We cover this planet with our civilization,
only to burn it to the ground a dozen times over. Each time, we grow stronger. When we are wise and powerful enough, we will tame the planet forever.
I've never heard anyone say that wiping out their own civilization was a good thing.
I'd have thought you, of all aliens, would understand, Shepard. The Krogan empires and clans of the past were glorious, built in great battles and conquests, but their cores were weak. How else could they have fallen? When Krogan civilization achieves its apex, there will be no stopping it. No stopping us.
Tell me about Krogan rites and ceremonies.
You have seen the rite of passage. Krogans suffer the rite of life at birth, and the rite of honor when they wish to be considered for breeding. The rite of firsts is suffered before a Krogan faces a new enemy. A clan leader also undergoes many rites in service to the clan.
What rites did you go through to become Chief Shaman?
Becoming the shaman is excruciating. I passed through rites that made me wish to die. I carry the scars on my soul. I must perform rites each dawn and dusk to keep me bound into our Krogan nature. Our spirit is one of violence and death. I must be attuned to that.
Your job is awful.
Indeed.
I should go.
May your foes be strong enough to keep you sharp.
You said the thing.
We can use this.
We're still here.
You don't have a plate. We're gonna tank right in the human
See Rex real quick.
Everybody's hurt. That's what he does is Rex himself.
You just can't help making trouble. No one has killed a Maw since my turn in the right. Next you'll tell me he's a Quint and crap's dark matter. Guess that's what it takes to replace me. You are Urdnot Grunt. Welcome.
Good to see you, Rex. Sure you can't come with us?
Wish I could, but I need to keep...
Alright, we heard that dialogue already. Now to leave.
Clan Urdnot has increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock. In addition, killing the Thresher Maw has produced several...
Oh, she just got disarmed. What is this, an Oblivion remake? Remaster, sorry, whatever. Not really, but... yeah. Can you imagine if they tried to remake Mass Effect? I don't feel like they would do it better than the original. That'd be the most challenging thing ever. You'd definitely screw up. I just do not see you remaking Mass Effect.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
That's gotta be like one of the most challenging things to do. That's why I think they freaking decided to remaster it instead of remaking. Does anybody else need help?
I had a wonderful chat with your friend Tali. She's not what I expected from her psych report. I like her.
Tali's a good friend. We've been through a lot together.
My female intuition says she wants to be more than just good friends.
I always felt there might have been some chemistry there.
There is. It's in her body language. How she turns to you when you enter the room. How she watches your every move. Quarians are so fascinating to me. But they also make me a little sad.
Why do they make you sad?
Their environment suits are so beautiful, but with their immune systems, they're trapped inside. I wonder what they look like under those helmets, or what their skin feels like under those suits.
Okay.
Is there anything I should know?
Garrus received some news that put fire in his eyes. Maybe you should speak with him down in the main battery. Anything else, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Garrus received... Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need
Right,
anything.
we got Garrus's clips now. Sweet. Said I should have stopped earlier. This would be a better stopping point. Alright, let me... Sun Squad. Oh, look at my Paragon. It's almost all the way up. Sweet. Awesome. Save. There we go. Saving content. Alright. I think I will stop there. You will see a blue screen when I stop, before I stop. But thank you very much for those watching. I think there were more people, 2, 3, 4, it was going between people consistently, but thank you very much for watching nonetheless. It was awesome to have you here. Anybody, never feel like you don't have, you shouldn't comment or anything. If you do ever have questions or anything you want to comment, since I'm doing this on the PlayStation, it has that text-to-speech thing, so I should be able to mostly hear it unless the game overpowers that, but I don't want things to be too loud. I always have an annoying time with balancing audio. That's why I feel like if I was to do frickin' ever do movies, I would end up more like Christopher Nolan, where it's like he can't balance the audio very well. I would be more like him, but that's not a bad thing either, because Christopher Nolan is a master at what he does too. So maybe there's something I'm masterful at what I do. Just have to find out. No. But I hope you have an awesome day nonetheless, or night, depending on your time zone. If you did enjoy this, and I hope you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below, and I will see you on the next live stream video and or short. Bye-bye, and I will see you next time. Hey, I'm out! Kirby!